Matt, it's good to see you again. Let's start with what's happening in Austin in the final weeks of the legislature down there. The GOP seems to be just racking up wins with the heartbeat bill, the constitutional carry, the changes to voting laws. And again, Democrats are just shut out of this because of sheer numbers.
Well, they're outnumbered, that's for sure. But I wouldn't call these wins for the Texas public. It's really defeats for the Texas public. The only people winning here are the most extreme elements of the Republican Party. These are QAnon victories. And the irony is that all of those Republicans ran for re-election saying they were going to focus on lower taxes and on health care and on taking care of our schools. They haven't dealt with any of that. All they've been doing is trying to attack people's voting rights and attack people's personal liberties.
It seems in the past few months that with Congressional District 6 race in North Texas, with these huge legislative wins down in Austin, that Democrats have had setbacks. Would you describe it like that?
Well, certainly not CD6. CD6 favored Republicans from day one to day last. That's a district that was carefully gerrymandered to elect Republicans. And there's a hard ceiling for Democrats somewhere around 45, 46%. The interesting thing to me about CD6 is that Susan Wright didn't get to 20%, didn't get 1 out of 5 votes, and that the anti-Trump Republican there, who in past years would have been a fine candidate, a combat veteran, a small businessman, he didn't even get 3%. And so what CD6 shows is that Donald Trump owns the Republican Party. If there's a deed someplace, his name's on it.
Do you think Democrats will run a serious candidate for governor or in 2024?
I expect that we will. I think that it's still a little bit early while the legislature is going on. Also, the uncertainty of redistricting makes it unclear as to what type of districts that certain legislators and certain members of Congress are going to have. And so I think that once the legislature ends and once we get a sense of redistricting, I think you'll see some pretty strong candidates look at statewide office.
What do you think about Matthew McConaughey?
I think it's interesting. I don't know. I don't know him. I think that his performing well in polls is more a reflection of people being dissatisfied with Greg Abbott. I mean, Greg Abbott has proven to be a weak and an ineffective and incompetent governor. Here's a guy who said the power grid wasn't going to fail. 2 days later, it failed miserably. Turns out that his guy was in the office when the prices spiked, and he didn't tell the truth about that. And so I think Abbott's vulnerable. I think that people are able to convey on Matthew McConaughey everything that they want that Abbott is not.
Matt, good to see you again. Thanks for the time.
Good to see you.